Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series, Star Wars The Old Republic, Darth Malgus. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, taking a closer look at the front of the package, it does say Gaining Greats right here, Star Wars The Old Republic. We have some beautiful artwork here on the side. Darth Malgus, it's in that blue, stands 7 inches tall. That is insane for a Black Series figure. Let's see here. There is the write-up on the back. If you want to pause it, you can pause it and read that little write-up. There you have it. So let's get him opened up and take a closer look at everything he comes with. All right, starting off, he does come with just one accessory, and that is his lightsaber. And this thing looks really impressive, and it is quite long. And does the blade come out? Of course it does. It has to. Come on, there we go. Man, that thing is in there tight. This is a really nice lightsaber. It does kind of like double as like a space wrench. That's what it looks like to me, but it is really nice. Got some black paint apps on it. And here's a closer look at Darth Malgus himself, and boy, is he looking impressive and imposing and scary. I love this hood, the way they've got it kind of glued down or tacked down right there on his chest to give it this hooded look. I really dig that. You can pull it off the back of his head. It's got a little paint app and sculpt on the back of his head. It does seem like this piece right here, yeah, this piece is loose. I'm assuming, yeah, I don't see where it comes apart in the back. Maybe it does, or maybe you just have to, you know, maybe pull the head off. But that's on there pretty tight. I'm not gonna try to pull this off, but I'm just gonna push it to the side so you guys can see what's underneath in case you don't know. He does have a pretty gnarly face, some really nice sculpt and face printing technology. If I spin it this way, you can probably see the tear on the side of his face, the scarring on the side of his face a little bit better. But I do love that breather that's on there. That looks really cool. And of course, that hood, he just makes him look so menacing. This guy is an all-new sculpt. These shoulder pads, they are connected by this little tab here in the back on this cuff that goes around the arm. But everything on this guy looks to be super well sculpted and well painted. There are nice several paint apps on the chest and on the arm gauntlets. Look at all this sculpting and paintwork on the back that you'll never see when displaying him. Like I said, this is an all-new sculpt. Everything, there's no reuse here. This belt, all the paint apps on the belt, the pants, the boots. There's just a lot of sculpting going on here. And a lot of, you know, subtle paint apps. As far as the articulation goes, the head can only look up about that far, can look down that far. It's got a nice amount of bobble and movement. Again, the arms can go all the way around. If you need them to, they can go out and hit that T-pose, no problem. We do have a 90-degree bend at the elbow and a swivel. We have a horizontal hinge on his left hand, a vertical hinge on his right. He does have a diaphragm joint, which is really nice and substantial and nice and clicky. He has a like a waist joint as well. So with both of those, he can kind of crunch forward about that far, which is pretty impressive, but he can only lean back about that far. The legs can go forward all the way, but they do kind of kick out to the side. His legs can go all the way out to the side that far, can go back a pretty impressive amount, actually. He has no upper thigh cut. He does have a 90-degree bend and swivel at the knee. Pretty standard articulation here for a Black Series. He does have a hinge and a forward-facing pin for foot articulation. And man, I really do dig the gesturing hand here. I'm not going to call it a trigger hand because that's almost what it looks like. And I'm pretty sure this guy never wielded a blaster, but I could be wrong. I never played the Old Republic game. But I'm not familiar with this character, but he is nice and imposing. And man, can we get a dual-handed pose out of this? Can we get him holding his saber with 2 hands? Kinda, sorta. That's impressive for no butterfly joints. That's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad either. Let's go ahead and get this back into his right hand properly. And man, this guy does look pretty menacing. I wish that finger was outstretched a little bit further to make it look like he was pointing. That can make him a little more menacing. But man, this guy is super, super impressive at first glance. So let's get him standing straight up and down and do some size comparison. All right, first off, we're going to bring in Luke Skywalker, who we all know is a little short for a Jedi. But there he is standing next to him. He just towers over Luke. Here we have a pretty standard size Marvel Legends character. That is the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man with a custom painted Tobey Maguire head on it. Here he is with old Bill Bones' broken shield, and as you can see, he is pretty neck and neck with the Mythic Legions. That's how tall this guy is. So let's get him into some backgrounds and into some lighting and see how he poses up. Like I said, I don't have a lot of knowledge of this guy. I never played the Old Republic video games. So I don't know about him, but he looks scary. He looks imposing. He is a Sith Lord. He is half man and sort of a disfigured half machine kind of thing. He is a cipher for Darth Vader. And of course, with something this imposing, he does have to be in my Star Wars Black Series collection. So that's why he's there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.